All right, so now I'm getting super stoked again because what I'm on my way to now is a, let's call it a mystery lake. Hey guys, it's another week, another trip. I'm back in the Uintas. It is Monday, August 3rd, and it's 6 hours later than I wanted to start this hike. It is like 2:30 right now. I was hoping to get up here by 8:30. But nonetheless, I am just leaving the trailhead back behind me for the East Fork Bear River, otherwise known as the trailhead for Allsop and Preord Lakes. Well, my destination for tonight may be Allsop Lake. Tomorrow I am to get up and over into Preord Lake, check that out for the first time. And then, rather than camp there for the night, which I'm sure I'd love to do, I've got bigger plans. I'm gonna attempt anyways to go up over the top of Preord and down into Rock Creek, and then look for a place to camp. For my final night, I will move on up the Highline Trail and go back over Dead Horse Pass. Yep, the ever famous Dead Horse Pass and Dead Horse Lake, and make camp there for the final night before I round out and close the loop back to trailhead. There's some cows. Moo! And just passing the old tie hacker cabin. Just entered into the boundary of the official High Uintas Wilderness area up here in the Wasatch National Forest. Wait a second. The Uinta Mountains or the Wasatch? Uintas, Wasatch. Wasatch, Uintas. There's sections of the Uinta Mountains here, the Uinta Wilderness, where you're in the Wasatch National Forest, and then there's parts of the Wasatch Mountains where you're actually in the Uinta National Forest. Just last week I was hiking Mount Timpanogos, Wasatch Mountain Range, Uinta National Forest. Uinta Mountain Range today, Wasatch National Forest. Hey, I'm Wasatch Will. These are my favorite spaces. Just past the Lazy Man's Way to Preord Lake. No, but that is the easier way to go at the main trail, main junction back there. But like I said, I'm going to Allsop Lake, and from there I'm going to take the more scenic high route over to Preord in the morning. About halfway there, I just pulled over at the top of this waterfall I just passed by to have a little snack here and to just take in the beauty of the creek here. Super beautiful right about here, and the rest of the way up, just the scenery just gets better and better. We are finally passing by Mount Beulah. That means we're not far away. Very close, but still at least probably 2 miles from here to the have arrived. The shores of Allsop Lake. Alright, all set up here. Kind of a bummer though. I lost my stakes somewhere. I think they may have fell out in the car when I was messing around with something else in the car. So did not notice them missing or sitting out when I left, but luckily I had my fire knife on me that I kind of take as a little luxury item. I usually don't use it for most trips, but this time it came in real handy. So yeah, hopefully these wooden stakes hold. Alright, so for dinner tonight I have a choice between Italian, Moroccan, or Mediterranean. I think I'm gonna go with the Mediterranean. These twisted couscous packets are all ones that I found at Walmart the other day. Had no idea these existed, just stumbled into them. And they're only $1 each. Not bad. Well, in my tent now at the close of the first day here. After dinner I went out and fished for a little bit with what little daylight left there was, and pulled in one little guy, a little brookie. Might try a little bit more in the morning before packing up, heading out, but in the meantime, it's gonna be a bright night. Full moon's rising up over the cliffs behind me, and gonna be real bright out here through the night. Hopefully I can sleep okay. Good morning everyone. It's day 2 of this 4-day trip. Just got up and I'm gonna go fish for a few minutes. See if we can catch a few more before I pack up and get going. All packed up, ready to get out of here. I'm just gonna head right up this little treeless slope up here. Oh, here I am at the base. Just gonna go up these rocks here, hit that little ridge up top there. Made it this far up. This is a butt kicker. Taking about 5 steps and then pausing for a breath. Another 5 steps, pausing for another breath. And dodging all the spider webs in the process. But almost there. Made it to the top of the ridge here. I think I might have to ride it to the north here toward the cathedral here for a second before I find the easier way down. Gorgeous up here though. One of my favorite views I've ever had up here in the Uintas. So that's a cathedral right there. That's Mount Beulah. And right behind me up here, that's Yard Peak. Alright, when I hit the first little saddle, I thought the way down was right there, and last time I was up here it was pretty obvious when we came over the ridge at the spot that I'm pretty sure it is back there. It's got to be back there somewhere, but found another little spot that looks like it'll work, so I'm gonna make this one go. Made it down over to the pathway I was aiming for. Don't know how I missed it up top there, because it was easy to see last time I was up here from that little notch where I hit the ridge. But instead I ended up going that way a little bit and then came down a little weakness over here. Pretty much made it over and just about all the way down, so guess I'm committed to pre-ord now. So on the way down here to Pre-Ord Lake, we're going to be rounding around Northeast Lake. Man, gonna have to give up a lot more elevation than I'm gonna have to regain on my way back up over to Pre-Ord, or out of Pre-Ord. Somewhere out there is the trail. I'll intercept it somewhere down there. Still picking my way over to Northeast. This little path keeps appearing and disappearing, but I've definitely got it now. I think I'm on course for the rest of the way here. Thank goodness for GPS. See a lot of horse dropping, so definitely in a high traffic zone. And yep, there it is. Northeast Lake just came into view. Well, I'm not gonna linger around at Northeast Lake here. I'm gonna get on my way up to Pre-Ord, a little further up here. Ain't much of a trail through here. There she is, Pre-Ord Lake. For now, I need to recover some strength just to get over here. It was only 3 to 4 miles from Allsop over to Pre-Ord here, the way I came. Holy cow though. Takes a lot out of you getting up that pass with the overnight pack, and that was probably just a warm-up. Have some lunch here, just relax a while. I cannot get over how blue, aqua blue this water is. So gorgeous. Well, it's 1:30 now. Feeling a lot better. Really eager to get over this pass and be on the other side for the night. So I'm seeing a lot more blue sky. Clouds are not threatening. Haven't heard any thunder. So it looks like I'm going to be safe to attempt this thing now. Going to be going way up there if I can make it. Got a little windy and chilly with the cloud cover a little while ago while I was eating lunch, so I got the frog tog jacket on. It's do or die now. If I can make it over this thing, the rest of the trip is a cinch. Woo! Here goes nothing. here's a little trail right here. Let's see if it holds the whole way up. Here's the cairn. There's another one right back up in there, so this is looking very, very promising. I thought this was going to be the hardest pass, but if this pathway keeps holding with these cairns leading the way, it's not going to be so bad after all. This is the one I was most nervous about. Again, only because I've never done it and have no familiarity with it. Wasn't sure this trail still existed. Apparently it does. I am that close. Holy crap, you guys. I made it. I made it. Oh, I can't believe I just came up this thing. Woo! Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't believe I made it up here. Oh, the agenda stays true. Woo-hoo! Check out this view. There's Preord Peak straight ahead, down to the right. This is where it came from, down at Preord Lake, way down there. That pretty awesome blue turquoise color. That's down the drainage here for Preord Fork, and moving to the right. And then we come to Upper Rock Creek Basin, the head of Rock Creek up here. This was an achievement. This is probably the highlight of the trip as far as meeting a challenge. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Well, time to go down now. Ooh. Hello, Rock Creek. This is officially the head of Rock Creek. All these little ponds and tarns I'm standing over, they are what form the headwaters to Rock Creek itself, as it drains out that way. And I have got to look for a way down to them, probably right down there on the corner on the right there. Just gotta scramble down a few more boulders here and then just skirt around the edge of these trees to my destination up there. Just trucking along cross country here through the woods, trying to get to a lake. I think I'm getting pretty close to it here. So this next lake I'm actually heading to get a look at and probably set up camp nearby up in some bushes is one that I am really stoked for. This is one of the big reasons or motives for this route, was to come up here and check this out. It's supposed to be really picturesque. Ah, look at that. Yeah, beautiful. I think I'm gonna try and make this home for the night. I don't know how well my little wooden stakes are gonna penetrate this ground here, but try to make use of some boulders here for sure. So this is what not to do when you go number 2. I've been turning over rocks trying to find a nice one to help anchor my tent to, and last few I've turned over have revealed not what I wanted to see. So that's kind of gross. I'm gonna keep looking for rocks, but I just dug a cat hole that was well below 6 inches to the bottom, and that was up the hill a ways, and it took a couple attempts to find a spot that would work, but it's worth the effort, guys. Don't just go right on the ground and put a rock over it. And then up here in this high alpine landscape where you're not down in the heavily wooded areas, pack out your toilet paper. It's not going to decompose up here for a very, 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 very long time, as it would down in a more wooded environment. So yeah, kind of gross, but thankfully it's not fresh. It looks like it's pretty old, probably well over a year or 2. So anyways, time to keep on rock hunting. Well, the weather forecast I pulled this morning on my inReach said that 5 o'clock hour would be the best chance of rain for today, and it's exactly 5 o'clock, and yeah, looks like rain is coming. Hearing a bit of thunder, it's a-coming. Well, not much rain, just a little light shower. I'm really hungry though. It's after 6 o'clock, and even though some clouds still rolling over, might still be a little bit more of a shower to come. I'm going to take the break here and roll back my vegetable and make some dinner. Gonna get out the Moroccan fruity couscous with the applewood chicken here. Well guys, can't tell you how good it feels physically to have dinner in my stomach and well hydrated again, and mentally to be here right about where I wanted to camp for the night. So I am still on schedule for exactly what I wanted to do with this route so far, 2 days into it, so halfway there. It feels the best to have the hardest part of the trip over with. In fact, today, both of those passes, the 2-pass day today, getting over the Yard Pass by Yard Peak from Allsop to Preord Basin, and then from over Preord Pass, getting over here to Upper Rock Creek. It's kind of lonely. I have not seen a soul soul since I left my car at the trailhead where a couple ATV people came in for a minute. I think that'll all change tomorrow though. I'm gonna pick up the Highline, another section of the Highline Trail down on the eastern half of Rock Creek Basin here, and I think that I'll definitely see some Highline hikers over there, and going up over Dead Horse Pass and into Dead Horse for sure if I make it out there tomorrow. In the meantime, I am just taking a little stroll, just walking around, see what I can see in my surroundings here before I head back to go try a little bit of fishing. So beautiful up here. I love these high benches up on these basins. So pretty. Oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. What a pretty view. So I'm up in an area with a lot of lakes. They do have names, and I'm kind of holding them back right now. Not to keep them secretive and not to be an elitist about it, but more so to keep a little bit of mystery behind this trip. For those who want to get out a map and connect the dots with areas I've come from and areas I'm going to be going to, probably wouldn't take much to figure out where I'm at and these lakes that I'm enjoying up here. But they're just so remote, way off the beaten path, or way off the main trail where most traffic goes through. And it is just so incredibly peaceful and quiet up here, and feels amazing to have solitude like this. Once you have solitude, once you experience solitude in the way that I am up here, you get spoiled for it, and it's just, you know, you're totally at one with your surroundings and with nature here, and it's just food for the soul. Good food. Not that I don't miss my wife and kids. I'd love to have them in a place like this and have their company. And I can't, you know, I'm very much looking forward to getting back to them, but this just helps to reset things and reset perspectives, and you know, I feel like it helps me become a better husband, better father when I go back to my family each time. And let's do some fishing. My first cast out, I got one. Looks like a little brookie. Got a second one. That's gonna bring day 2 to a close. Gonna watch a movie or some videos and get tucked in for the night. Do it all again tomorrow. Good morning. Day 3, August 5th, 8:30 a.m. I am packed out and ready to book out now. Today's destination is Dead Horse Lake, and got a lot of lakes to pass by to get there. Random aluminum can, just happens to be on the cross-country course I'm taking. Guess it's destined for me to pick it up. Few more steps and I'm going to be linked back up on the trail here. Not quite the High Line yet. Here I am at the junction of the High Line Trail. I have officially captured it. So now that I am officially on the High Line Trail, I fully expect to encounter a handful of people, especially some Highliners that I'm sure will be trekking this way, coming up over Dead Horse. And when I get to Dead Horse Lake, I imagine I'll find another group or two camped up around there, because that's a pretty popular lake to hike up to and camp for backpackers and horsebackers. Well, just briefly stopped for a little break at Ledge Lake here, and now I'm heading back to the trail. There it is, Dead Horse Pass, dead ahead. All right, more or less the base of Dead Horse Pass here on this side. This is the easy side too. A little bit steep right there for a second, but should be able to make it up real fast. And then it's a fun jaunt down the other side. Made it to the top of Dead Horse. Woo! look down west into Rock Creek drainage. Rocky Sea Pass way out there behind the mountain somewhere. Looking north and moving to the east over here with Dead Horse Lake down below and back to the south. Well, I'm not going to linger long up here. Best be getting down the other side before these clouds have a chance to do their thing. Oh man, made it over, made it down. Just in time too, because I'm starting to feel some raindrops. Go get down here to Dead Horse Lake and pick out a campsite down in the trees. Woo! I gotta say, my heart is pumping, my stomach is in my throat, starting to come back down now. That is a hairy pass on this side. Yeah, when I hiked the High Line a few years back and we went westbound over it, I don't remember it being all that hairy feeling. I think it comes down to when you're going westbound, going up it from this direction, it's easier not to look down, but also it's a lot easier to like hold your gravity or your center of gravity and center of balance, and you know, dig your feet into the trail there as you're climbing up it. Coming down though, it's a whole nother different game, trying to maintain your center of balance and get your feet properly planted and secure on that path. And that path is super narrow, less than a foot wide, probably 6 inches in spots, if that. I mean, there's a few spots where it's really eroded away and sloping downward. Well, I made it, guys. Dead Horse Lake. Now just find a nice little campsite back in the trees here, at least 200 feet away from the lake. Well, found me a spot about 275 feet away from the lake. Nice little clearing back in here. Seems as good of a spot as any. Got camp all set up. I think I'm gonna definitely have some lunch now. Pretty hungry. Just got myself a nice little tiger trout. Let him go here. spent the whole afternoon fishing. It is addicting. Didn't catch as many as I thought. There were a lot of fish jumping and a lot of action on the surface, but I only caught a few, all tigers, and everything else I was throwing at them, they were trailing it, they were acting curious, but I just didn't have the touch to pull in a bunch more. But I got a few, and that was fun. Now I'm back in my tent because the weather is moving in again, and it's also dinner time. So gonna go with the final couscous meal, the Italian theme tonight. Not a bad view to go along with dinner. Well guys, that dinner was pretty amazing. I'd say that was definitely the best of the three, the Italian theme there. You know what else is even more amazing? Is I think I'm the only one here tonight. I have had the lake pretty much to myself all afternoon. There were a couple groups of highliners that had passed by on their way up Dead Horse Pass, but didn't look like any of them stuck around to camp. So they all kept heading up the pass while I was fishing. Yeah, didn't see any of the campsites around here occupied. So I'm a loner for the night. Dead Horse Lake, all to myself. It's time to lay down, relax, and get ready for tomorrow. Good morning. Day 4 of this 4-day adventurous trip. It's August 6th and it's about 6:30, and I am geared up to just go do a little wandering and exploration up here. There's a little ridge up here with a promising view that I really want to check out and go see. And what's on the other side of that ridge is a surprise. So let's go check it out. Here's a look at the ridge I'm after, just that long saddle right there. Here's a look at Lake Ejod. Look at that, there's some cairns. This is what I was looking for. A little route up I was told about. Alright guys, I made it to the top of the saddle up here, and there's the surprise right down there. Allsop Lake. That's right, that's where I stayed my first night. And woke up next morning a couple days ago, went up and over that little ridge over there. And the trailhead for my car is way down there, at the end of that drainage down there. Allegedly, there's a little couloir right here, so you can see a little groove. Looks like a really sketchy, steep couloir full of loose rocks and who knows what else. Or I could also follow this ridge line. There's a little steep scree slide out that way, a good distance, that you can then drop down near the lower outlet of Allsop Lake. But I'm solo and I would only want to do that if I was with someone. So I've got another route out back to the trailhead. It's a little bit longer by a few miles, but it'll also get me some new scenery. There's a Lake Ejod right there, and in the shadows over here is Dead Horse Lake and Dead Horse Pass right up there. Well, time to go back down. Just took a little stroll around Dead Horse Lake, come back up here, check out some wildflowers that are just super beautiful over here on the hillside above the lake. All right, all packed up, ready to get out of here. Here's a look at what's left of my camp. Absolutely leave no trace. You cannot tell I was even here. You can make out a bit of smashed down grass in there where my tent was. That's the only trace I'm leaving behind, and for all anyone knows, that's just where a moose or an elk or some deer laid down for a rest. Whoever camped here last did not leave no trace. Boo! No bueno. Don't do that, guys. Pack it all out. I am going to be heading down the West Fork Blacks Fork trail I have not done yet. It's the traditional way up here to Dead Horse Lake and all the surroundings here. And it'll be just a whole new bit of scenery to me. I hear good things about Bug Pasture, which is a huge meadow halfway down. And yeah, so like I said, I could have gone over Allsop Pass here with all my gear and gambled with that. I didn't feel comfortable with that, so I want to take advantage of the new scenery to see and see something I haven't seen before. When I get down there, toward the trailhead down there, there's a left-hand turn that will take me over another pass called Deadman Pass, as opposed to Dead Horse Pass. Yeah, that sounds fun. But that will take me right up and over a smaller pass and drop me right down to the trailhead that my car is at. So it looks to be about 15 miles. In other words, about 7 to 8 hours of hiking from here. Here's a good look at Red Knob Pass, right up there. That comes down from the High Line and cuts back up through all these trees on the high bench up here, over to Dead Horse Pass, right there. Entering what I think is buck pasture here. Officially in buck pasture, passing through the old fence there. Quite pretty down here. Hard to make out a trail though, it's just all grass. Guess this is the trail that goes around by this post here. Yep. Follow these posts up. Looks like there's a little bridge across the creek up here. Just passing by the resident sheep herd up here. That's one thing about these Uinta basins. They almost all have either a herd of sheep or a herd of cattle upranging in them. All the open range grazing for the livestock with the sheep and cattle. That was all grandfathered into the wilderness area designation up here, I believe. So, yeah, just comes with the territory. Just exited the High Uintas Wilderness boundary there. Gonna pick up a four-wheel drive road here in a minute for a couple miles before I veer off for Deadman Pass. Well, after trucking along down for about 7.5 miles or so, maybe closer to 8, I finally pulled over, had lunch. Felt so good to stick my feet down in the creek and cool them off a bit. We're starting to feel a good bit sore and beat up after this trip. I wish I could say I didn't have long to go to get back to my car, but I'm only like halfway. I've got another 7 to 8 miles to go, including Deadman Pass. It is definitely a lot warmer down here at the lower elevation. At least there's a nice breeze to keep it from getting too bad. But I did strip off my bottoms on my pants, so I am converted them into shorts. I have not done that for a long time. I'm at the creek crossing here for the West Fork Black Fork, the river, and just came out off the edge of the trailhead here. Found a little well-beaten, established trail down to the edge of the creek right over here. Can't be for certain, but it looks like right through there might be where a trail picks up. Kind of grassy in there, but we're gonna cross here because that's where my GPS says it is. And see if we can pick it up over there. All right, this looks promising here. Cairns. I like me some cairns through places like this. Oh baby, oh baby. Trail's not bad, it's just I want to get over the top already. Getting close to cresting over, about 600 more feet of elevation to gain, and then I'm over. Good news, I crested over and I'm starting to head downhill now. Bad news is, turns out that wasn't actually Deadman's Pass. Instead, it's way over there. So I gotta drop down a little bit and then go back up a bit. Well, I don't see much of a trail anymore since coming down in here, but this is where the GPS says to keep going. Found me a trail again. Here's a little lake that sits off the side of the trail and road here. Came up the road from that little lake or pond down there. Not sure where this road goes, but I'm gonna take a left and keep going westward. Look at that wee little guy right there in that little saddle. That's Deadman Pass. Isn't it cute? Well, here's my exit sign to get off the road. Up and over we go. Doesn't seem to be much of a trail through here. Not that I can see, even though there's a post marker back there. Nothing stands out, so I guess it's just chart your own path and look for the course of least resistance. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think we did it. Hey look, there's a trail down here. How'd I miss that? Yeah! Now I can say it's all downhill. 2 miles to go. Give or take a little bit. Woo, baby! Woo-wee! Well, I don't know where the name Deadman comes for that pass. There's nothing deadly about that pass, just all dead trees. So maybe they should reconsider renaming it to Dead Tree Pass. Speaking of dead trees. Now I'm walking through some live trees. Nice little shady aspen grove here. Right in my final mile, I stumble into this barricade. Makes a nice little bench to rest on though. All right, over we go. Oh. So as I close this loop out and get closer to the trailhead here, it just dawned on me that I don't know how many miles this route was. I routed it out on my map and used GPS and all that to help guide me, but I did not. I was so anxious and excited to just get out and do this. I'll have to look that up when I get back down the car and have a look at the total mileage on all that. I have rejoined the trail up to Allsop, the East Fork Bear River. There's also a little bit of an interpretive trail down here around the trailhead. There it is. There's the car. So this is what happens when you turn your pants into shorts. Well, here's my tent stakes that I left behind in the car here that must have fallen out when I was moving stuff around. Well guys, that completes the trip. What an amazing trip. I cannot tell you how good it feels to have successfully completed that and stayed on course and to do it on time, to hit all the spots I wanted to camp at. Anyhow guys, if you guys made it to the end of this video this far, I hope you enjoyed it at least almost as much as I enjoyed hiking it. And we'll see you on the next one.